So I'm joined here by Drathmorgh, known as Drath, and he is a Twitch streamer, and he is an amazing builder. Do you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
I most certainly will. Hello, everybody. Hiya. As Ray just said, I'm Drath, aka Drathmorgh, and this is my world here, the DirtNebula. This is a world I started probably about 2 years ago now to allow me to practice and experience getting a little bit better at doing things in survival Minecraft. And as you can see, this is the spawn town at the moment, and I started this with the kind of the idea of having a somewhere central that everyone can get, like a spawn town that people can originally spawn into, and it's a place that feels like home. And then from there, everybody can branch out, as this is a mainly build-focused survival server.
It looks really cool so far.
Yeah, this is one of the first projects I did before I got into organic shapes and curves. So things, as you can see, are very, very straight line.
I see your pyramid over there. I recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's have a little walk around, and we can see what we've got going on over here. This is
so this server is whitelisted.
It's absolutely whitelisted, yeah, for sure.
Very nice. And currently you're running it in 1.13.2.
Yeah, due to the fact that it's on Spigot, but I'm really hoping in the next little while that if I can take the time through and reconnect all the portals, I'll move back to a vanilla server.
You have a wall that goes all the way around your area.
All the way around, the whole thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll follow you.
Going to the little shopping bazaar place I made we added in the hermit data packs so that you could buy things like these log blocks and like the reskinned heads for the exchange of the gems that you could get from dungeon chests.
Oh, cool.
So there's a few of those around because they make things look nice. There's like a little extra decoration that you can put around fruit. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, have a fly around, dude. Take a look from above. It's it's a nice little view from above.
Oh yeah,
I usually have mine on like 27 or 30 or something, so yeah.
Oh. And is the server hosted in Europe?
In London, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how's your connection, by the way?
It looks good.
Yeah, it's quite nice at night, the way it's lit up, and the walls, I think, look quite pleasant from the outside. This is basically spawn.
Nice.
Let's head on over to my place. This is going to be the next area that gets massively worked on. I've got an idea already for
the Nether Hub area.
Yeah, connecting these areas up.
I think that's a really cool idea. Wow, now this is amazing.
Yeah, this is my portal room.
Wow.
This is the room around the portal for my place.
Dang. Oh wow, this is crazy.
And it was supposed to go all the way down, and I wanted to clear the lava lake out down below.
I didn't even look down.
Then I decided to change it, and I just did the central place with like a black hole which goes into the void of the nether. It seemed to make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, I can't even see the bottom.
No, it's I think 8 different layers of glass. So
wow.
You
can definitely gives a really cool effect.
Yeah, you can just see the columns here fading away into nothing, which is pretty cool.
Nice. So what
inside the legs there is the minecart elevator which takes you above the roof of the nether.
Ooh,
yeah, up you go.
Cool. What was the inspiration for these designs on the walls?
For me, most of the time, with everything that I build, it starts off as shapes. I start off with the shape that I like, and then I see if I can incorporate that shape into a build of some description. So that's
very cool.
That's what inspires me about everything. First of all, it's a shape. I either see a unit or a farm or a piece of natural generated terrain or one of those kind of things, and then that inspires me to say, hey, I like the lines and the curves and the shapes here. What can I do to maybe accentuate that or use those to do something with? Yeah, come on up. I'm on the roof of the nether.
And you spawn proof this area?
Not 100%, no. Not yet. I still need, there's still bits of carpet that need to be done. If you're in the big hall room, that is, yeah, there's still
Okay, I'm coming up. Now this looks like a large project. I mean,
So
it doesn't all show up for me because of the nether fog, but I can tell it's massive.
So this is the above nether hub, which is 320 by 320 blocks across.
That would barely fit in render distance.
Absolutely. My render distance, as I say, is quite often on 30 plus at all times, so that I can get good overview of things. Yeah, because if you've rendered it, it will stay in. It will stay.
Oh, it also removes the fog too.
Yeah.
Just by going higher. Oh, wow. I can see more of this. This is amazing. Wow.
And it's all freehand. Nothing's been plotted out. Nothing's been pre-planned. Nothing's been anything. I just, like I usually do, I start placing blocks with a shape, and then it started with the central kind of spire, the central tower, and I went from there, basically. That inspired me then to add something around the outside, and something around the outside of that, something else around the outside of that. I'm used to a few bits of, I can already spot about 5 blocks of concrete. Unfortunately, I built it out of concrete, which is about as durable to gas explosions as butter is to a hot knife.
Yeah, we're pretty paranoid about
yeah,
gas spawning above another.
So yeah, if we land on the centerpiece, the funny centerpiece on the inside, you should see where I am.
Now you can also do mob switch just with a mob spawner, but it's a little more technical.
Yeah, it's not the same. You can do it with blaze, but they're a bit of a pain.
Are you higher or you're lower than me? Okay.
I'm on the big red gem thing. Yeah, if you jump down, now if you come in through the little hole in the glass. So in here, there is a rail selector switch inside this egg thing. So the only one that actually works at the moment is the northern line. So yeah, I can put you in spectator if you want to look at how it's made. Then yeah, obviously hitting the trapdoor enables you to get on. And then yeah, if you jump in and just press forward.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, there we go.
Oh wow, you got a lot of rails inside this thing.
Yep.
It's not all just beauty.
No.
Hey.
Well, I said to a friend of mine, hey, I want a rail selector in here. And he started to build it above ground, 1 block above the bedrock. And I went, no, up in the air. He's like, wow, what? So I made the platform, and he said, you want me to build that on here? I was like, yeah, this is where I want it. And then over here, just behind over here, I built gold farm. I put a glass roof on the gold farm because it looks absolutely stunning.
Nice.
But in 1.14, with the changes to the mechanics and how glass blocks work, I think it might massively affect the rates of the farm.
It shouldn't affect the farm because you're already up very high. Yeah. Oh wow, you made a lot of very intricate designs.
Intricate stuff. Yeah.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, it's all about looking nice, and I've got to replace.
Here, I'll fly around it. Oh, Enderman. Oh yeah, I suppose they're trying to take down your builds too.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, this has got to be spawn protected with carpet everywhere. But this is the drop chute, which leads through into a very obscure place in the bedrock, where I managed to make 5 or 6 holes in this area to get enough hoppers and stuff to fall down, so we could get the collection area under the bedrock.
So it must be very challenging as like a builder to try to also deal with like the mob spawning and stuff.
Oh, it's a nightmare. But the challenge, I like the challenge.
That's what really fascinates me about you building in survival is the challenges you have to do, like the different things that I normally don't think about, but as a builder you have to think about.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can have a beautiful build, but if it's littered with, in this circumstance, pigmen or endermen, it takes away from the structure as it is. So you face lots of small challenges like that. And
if endermen are trying to steal your stuff.
Yeah. and them and destroying things. Well, luckily I don't build dirt houses anymore anyway, at least.
This looks really cool. Looks almost like a face, kind of like a horns and kind of ghost arms
I'm going to
sticking
have
out.
a big glass orb above it, so all the loot will fall through the glass orb. And again, I'm not resetting the server, so I can take weeks, months, or however long it takes to get at it.
You don't feel rushed or anything?
But this is the thing for me, is it actually, for me, discovering Minecraft, 2.5 years ago, when I first discovered the game and I got introduced, funny enough, to one of your vids. But yeah, it was through watching guys like, videos of yours, particularly when, the server not being reset and being alive for such a long time. It really, really inspired me to kind of break that tradition of doing a seasonal thing where you put lots of time and energy into building beautiful things, and then they're gone, and the only time you get to look at them again is if you reload that world. And
yeah, I'm really glad you enjoyed that type of gameplay. I know I always got frustrated when I put a lot of time into builds and then the server would reset.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice.
So
are we underground or not?
No, we are actually above ground at the moment. I'd say we are quite a bit above sea level here. So
nice.
This is the castle project, which was directly inspired from the idea to build this was directly inspired after watching your video about collecting hostile mobs. And I was like, hey, I know what I want to do. I want to collect hostile mobs too. So I need to build somewhere really nice for them.
Very nice. Wow.
So this is the entrance hall. I've got to do something with the floor, so I try not to look at the floor. I'm disappointed with it, but the rest of the room's quite nice.
Got some natural caves.
Service hatch there.
Nice. This is the notorious castle.
This is the notorious castle. Yeah.
Very cool.
Sweet. And then
we get a glimpse out of it. Dang, you don't
realize
realize how big it is. Like during your streams, you don't realize how big it is until you're actually here.
Oh no, it's huge. It's really big.
I kind of like walking around. Let's walk around some more.
Yeah, try not to fly, at least in the beginning. First person view.
Now that's something I asked a lot of builders when I talked to them, is like, how does elytras and flying impact people enjoying your builds, especially on multiplayer servers?
For me, it's great because that means there's more stuff that I can do, not just decorating the inside or just decorating the paths. It means I have to decorate everything. So it's more, for me, great fun because it's more angles of more stuff to place blocks on, which is amazing.
Hey, I like your perspective on that. Ooh, this guy almost camouflaged.
Yeah, that's Faith. It's named Faith. It's a lucky sheep. Apparently, if I ever kill that sheep, I have to delete my shulker box with all my sponges and some of my valuables in. So I brought Faith here for safekeeping in the halfway room.
Nice.
So yeah, up through here. This gives us a good view on Ghast Hall, which is the
yes,
is
I like
the
this
cell
one.
room for the ghasts, which I'm kind of ready at the moment to go and collect them. At some point, I kind of got an idea of how I can get them here.
I really like those designs. Those I think they're quartz designs on the side, like the circle, then the, what do you call that? I really like that. Kind of looks like a bone shape and then a circle. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. On the side columns.
Yeah.
On the side wall, they're just stairs and slabs. It's a nice design because you've got the circle and then you've got the H, so you get the
it's very prominent. It really makes the build stand out.
Yeah, it's striking. And
Nice.
out here on the spire.
Spire. Okay, that's what they call these things. Ooh. Change of biome. We got a little bit of rain.
Now we're into the ocean, so you can look down, and that'll give you.
Oh wow! Now this reminds me of
you an idea of the outside.
That spire in the Lord of the Rings.
A little bit like that from Minas Tirith. That was the original kind of inspiration. I thought, hey, I want something like that coming out of a city.
Nice.
So it's pretty big. But yeah, here you get to see a good picture
Ooh,
of what it
wow.
looks like on the outside. Yeah, with the sky art.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
And
Different
of
types of
course
domes. And this is all in, I think you said it's Savannah Plateau Mountain?
it is, yeah, Savannah Plateau, yeah. And shattered, whatever the shattered Savannah biome is,
Oh,
they've
yeah, I
changed the
forgot to
names.
change the names. Definitely use a
down-
lot of different mechanics, more than I would think that a builder would use.
Well, I get inspired a lot of times from looking at the big creative projects that people do, and that kind of huge scale of stuff. And I think, wow, why don't people do that in survival? That's so much fun. It's going to take a while, but wow, so much fun.
It definitely
So,
looks
yeah, so-
amazing in survival.
And for me, doing things in survival puts a real value on that what's been done, because, well, yeah, you've got to do the scaffolding, you've got the headache of getting things in the right place.
And this is your area where you have some of your mobs collected. It's either llama here. I remember you showing that
So
one.
this will be the main holding cell room, which I've kind of worked it out. I'm going to have to build it down into the cliff a little bit below us, a little bit more. So the idea is that you'll bring the mobs in from the back, and when they walk through, obviously it's the pressure plate
cool.
on the door technique. And
Nice and
yeah,
simple.
it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is that gas building that you talked about that we
This
looked
is
at from
indeed.
afar, and this is the one I really enjoy. Okay, so we can go through this door here.
You're most certainly welcome. Yeah, away you go.
Ooh! Oh wow! This is epic. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like you said, the mirror thing. Like you don't. Oh man, you really appreciate when you're actually here.
Yes.
Like watching your streams is amazing, but when you're here, you really appreciate.
It's a whole different level, and it is. I think it's block for block perfect. The only thing I might have made a mistake on is the top diamond-shaped window. I think there might be a little bit out there, but other than that, this was done without obviously any add-ons. Very few screenshots, just a lot of looking, remembering, going down, reversing, and
Wow.
building.
Dang. Now, what's your final goal with this room?
This is the Ghast Hall, and as I have the clear glass texture pack, which I also asked you to install if you try and jump here,
Okay, yeah. So
you
there's a
realise
glass
you
right
can't
here.
jump. So I'm going to put a layer of glass on the third block above the head, all the way around this room. And so down below I'll have a right way up Ghast, and then above I'll have an upside down Ghast named Dinnerbone.
Ooh.
And then that way it'll give you this kind of which way's up type feeling. So, and of course with a layer of clear glass, it can't track you or shoot you or anything. Yeah. Well, I'm getting to the point now where I'm actually ready to make some good hard decisions and say, okay, yeah, this parts of the build are done. I'm very happy with them. So yeah, I'm gonna start collecting the mobs.
Now that must be another kind of builder thing, like deciding when a build is done. Like for me, when the farm works, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm
you know
done.
it's done. It's producing.
It
You're
works.
getting good rates. That's it. Done. Okay, next. Yeah.
But for you,
With a-
you have
with
to
a
actually put some judgment into your build and
Yes.
critique yourself or ask opinions of others.
Yes. It's the same kind of thing, because I produced music and worked in studios, well, my home studio, for about 12 years. And it's that same thing when you're working on a track, a piece of music, is when do you actually say, okay, it's done? Because you can spend forever tweaking the same piece. You can change levels, you can add something, you can take something away. That process is a never-ending thing, because there's no defined point between an incomplete and a complete track. And it's exactly the same with the build. You just have to get to the point where the more you look at it, because I spend a lot of time just looking at my builds, and after X amount of time, if I can't think of anything else, and there's nothing else that comes to mind, at that point then it's done. That is the
Nice. Let's take a look at the outside.
Absolutely, please do.
It's crazy, like from the inside and the outside look very different.
Oh yeah,
The resource scale, like how does that work out for you?
I do everything progressively as I go along, and lots of small AFK sessions. Well, I say lots of small AFK sessions. Usually before I'm preparing to go live, I'll put my character at my multi-mob farm, and then that will generate a whole bunch of bone and string. So there's my wool and my bone block kind of needs taken care of, as well as gunpowder and that kind of stuff. And the thing with this project is there's no concrete allowed. That's the with various builds, I'll either exclude a block or else rely very heavily on the combinations between two blocks. Have a fly around from the outside. I'll sleep so that you get daylight again. Oh.
Wow. So you call it the castle? Is that what you called this?
The project is the castle, yeah.
The castle, okay.
Yeah.
Do you kind of go with the terrain? I see a lot of halls kind of on the terrain. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's all everything. Like I say, I get inspired with the terrain. That's really what excites things for me. I like that. I like the look of that. I could work with that. Maybe I could do something there.
Here, let's take a look at this. That is very impressive. Like the amount of thickness you put into the build also really helps. The
wall is 5 thick.
Wow.
And a kind of a general rule that I have is every wall needs to be at least 3 blocks thick. So you have your core of the wall, then you have your first layer of detail, which just gives that 1 block of depth, and then the third layer or the outer layer is what you can do then for some tiny details, the slab, stairs, whatever it is that you want to put on. And the top window is, I think, nearly 7 thick. Yeah, but yeah, the wall here is, I think it's 5 thick in some places.
And this thing on the top you call the snowflake, right?
Yeah, the snowflake or sky art, or whichever name people wanna call it, really.
Wow, like
sky runes, sky art. Yeah,
it's insane the amount of detail. Like it's not always necessarily putting down more blocks to make it look better. It's the placement of the blocks.
Yes, space, distance. It's the same with music. It's actually the space in between the notes that create the music, not the notes themselves. I think it's the same when you're building. It's the space in between that helps you define the blocks that are there that make all the difference.
This must have been insane to build in survival.
Yeah,
the depth to it as well.
And that's build height.
Yeah.
This is build height. Otherwise, I'd have it arcing up in a big curve, arcing up maybe another 30 blocks.
Oh, wow.
I would have gone absolutely crazy. I almost went into the files and extended the world height by another 30 blocks, but I just thought, no. I'm going to stay within. I'm going to keep it. This is what I can do within the confines of quote unquote vanilla game, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Section here in the middle. This is
one by the water?
Crazy. Yeah, the one with the water. The glass spires here are fantastic. The glass spikes with the crystal with an end crystal in the center.
Oh, that's so cool. You got one of those put in here.
Yeah. It's got to be done. And then down below, we've got a layered glass effect with a kind of decorative pit.
And you use a lot of variety in blocks. Like you're even using wool blocks, which I would thought builders would have kind of went away from with so many other options, but you made it work very nicely.
That's the thing of not using concrete. So what options have I got if I want colored blocks? If I'm not using concrete, I either have the terracottas, which are very muted in color, which is a shame.
True.
And then the only other bright block option I have is terracotta. Is wool. So, but yeah, if we come over to the other side.
Okay, the other tall structure.
The other tall structure, yeah, which we call, it's being dubbed the Church of the Holy Linen. It was when I was playing World of Warcraft, we were having very bad luck trying to defeat one of the bosses. And I traded a friend of mine a piece of trash loot, which the lowest level of cloth you get in game is linen. And I said, here, this is the Holy Linen. Take this. And we killed the boss after I traded it with him. So it became a bit of a thing between us that the Holy Linen is a lucky piece of cloth. So yeah, I thought a church or...
And this is kind of on a
shrine
hill
to
as
it.
well.
Yep. The inspiration for it is the land. As I saw the spire or the piece of the grass that was sticking out like that, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do some of that with the purple glass. And then here, I think we've got a skeleton in full enchanted chainmail with I think he's full enchanted chainmail. This guy from Halloween.
Nice.
So we come through what was, I call this the market.
Oh, okay. Nice and open.
Yeah, nice open sort of roof thing. Looks like it could have been a market at some point.
It might have been cleared out for a special festival or
for an
something.
event.
Yeah, event. Ooh, now this looks cool. These stairs. I almost feel like I'm gonna fall through the glass.
The clear glass, yeah.
And the angle.
Yep.
Wow. Another impressive build.
So this is the Gatehouse.
The Gatehouse. The Gatehouse.
This is the Gatehouse, yeah. I don't know why, but that's the name.
Can I be the guard at the Gatehouse? Because this looks impressive to live in.
You are more than welcome. If I've got a sign somewhere, I'll get you a sign.
Wow. I'd feel honored to let people pass through this gate.
Well, so they should be. You're over there by the Enderman holding cell. There you go, Ray. There's a sign there. Feel free to put a sign wherever you feel it's necessary, and you can claim this build for yourself. There we go.
Ray, the gatekeeper.
Yes. Awesome. There we go. Done.
I really like how you do this thing where you have blocks go through glass and come out.
Yeah.
It really brings in some cool perspective.
Well, this is the first time I've ever done it, but if you look from this perspective here, you see all the bone blocks that come up through, and then they go full 3D through the floor, up through the glass, and then out into these spikes up the side. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, but I really like it.
Wow.
It was a really nice, really good call. And under here will be the Endermites. There's currently one under there.
These guys are pesky little guys. I once went AFK and somebody threw an Ender Pearl by me and I was killed by Endermite. And since I was AFK, I lost all my stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, I was in a completely safe spot, right? Well, someone throws Ender Pearl.
That's how to get trolled. Yeah. So yeah, this being the Gatehouse, and this brings us then out. If we want to jump up onto the old spike here, you get to see a bit of the garden or balcony thing that I've been working on somewhat.
Yeah, I seen you working on this.
It took a long time to come up with the color combinations and be settled on the...
the way you made that Ponzo go with that course looks really cool.
Yeah, it's nice, and then with the dark oak and the spruce as well as and then the division thing of the nether brick, which
I didn't even notice really nether brick. Huh.
Yeah, they actually work really well together, which I discovered from here. The nether brick, dark oak, and spruce.
That's
really
crazy.
Good combo. Yeah.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, very nice.
Some of the bone pillars here as well.
These are bone spikes with the sea lantern on the top, just to give this area a little bit of 3D-ness, so to speak. And that's another mini spire at the front, and the front of the spires are also very, very decorated.
Yeah, you just kind of have to take it all in.
Absolutely. And then kind of down here, there's another nice little spectacle with a little cottage building. And then the smoke effects, which is quite nice.
I like this. What do you call this? This kind of...
They have a name, the little shutters that people quite often... I think they were really popular in the 70s. People had the dividing. I think they're just called blinds. Or whenever I build, I plan 3 thick. I start with the layout of the inside wall, and then I plan 2 more blocks outside of that inside wall, and then I build the outer square from there. And then that gives me the ability to have little pigeonholes, or it just gives me
Oh my goodness, I see the face. The eyes. The mouth.
And it wasn't, everything
nose.
wasn't intentional. The only thing that I put in which made the dirt face was the eyes. Otherwise, everything else was just built with that shape. And then I stood back. I was like, oh, look, there's a dirt face. Everybody was where?
Something I always wanted to do is, well, pretty much did what you did right here. I always want to find extremely large, extreme hill mountain, and then build an entire village on the side of it. Nothing on top of it, just everything on the side of it.
Hanging off the side, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously I get so dedicated to other stuff I never got around to doing it.
Never get around to it, yeah.
People expect me to update my farms.
Yes, absolutely, yeah, for sure. Keep your eye open here for creepers. Don't shoot the zombie villagers.
Oh my goodness, there is a creeper! You
Yeah.
weren't joking. That was scary.
Yeah. So that's there's a reason this is supposed to be dark and dingy, because it's the zombie villager trading hall.
Ah.
So
Of course,
here we have
everything's very bright for me, so you have to tell me when it's dark and when it's not.
Iskal joined the stream one day, and I was
really?
talking about diorite, and he said, "Oh my god, what? You've got diorite behind there?" And I showed him, and he was going, and so he logged on and swapped it all out for glowstone, so there you can read the sign.
Nice. It's called cleanse diorite plague. Nice.
Yeah. So
Ooh, is that bridge we went across?
yeah, that's the bridge that we went across. That's what I
Wow.
was going to say. If we come over this way onto the roof of the cottage
I like that little piece there hanging down.
with the squid head on it.
Oh yeah, it's a squid head.
Yeah, even going through, I've tried to follow the curve properly, going through the rock as well. So the idea here is I'll follow through with some outer layers of decoration with the spruce and the stone bricks as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you definitely can get the whole height perspective while you're walking on this bridge.
Oh yeah,
Because like everything's kind of above you. You feel like you're a peasant coming into the castle.
into the castle. Yeah,
Please take me in.
Please, sir. This is the digging spot here that's been covered with black wool. Just mushroom flowers, crazy things. I might even do like a floating butterfly or a jellyfish or some other weird,
Cool.
whatever I can think of down here. I haven't decided yet 100%. Again, no experience with bridges, so every bridge I do is a learning curve.
I don't know, the other ones you showed me look pretty good. Wow. That's a crazy looking shield.
It's a crazy looking shield. Yeah, I came down and I was like, wow, that's a really good idea for a shield. I like it. Tropical flowers.
We're underground right now, you're saying?
Underwater even, yeah.
Ooh.
So if we come through this tunnel a little bit, I hear you can see the statues.
Well guarded.
Yeah, well guarded with sticks. And this leads over to the inside of my base over here, or my island.
Oh, okay, we can see the outside now. Wow.
Yeah.
You are definitely
now
on an island.
Yeah.
You
and
weren't
that's
joking.
the tropical island. That's the center of the column that you saw going all the way up to the top. And,
okay. Looks
yeah.
really cool from out here.
and this was my base for the start of 1.13. In fact, I started streaming just after I kind of built this place. We're at the top, and there you can oops over that
See
side
the whole
there.
island.
Yeah. You can see the whole island and even a part of the Guardian farm, I think, from here we go.
We're getting that effect. Conduit power.
Conduit power, yeah.
Oh,
In fact,
wow. You have a whole underground or underwater city.
That was the idea, yeah. And there's floating jellyfish as well that you can see around that I built.
Colorful one.
Yeah. Should have brought my
There's
trident out.
a lot of drowns.
There's a lot of well, that's why I say just building around this area, I've got nearly 30 tridents.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see the fish better from out here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one made of glass, which I really like. That was
Okay.
one of the latest ones.
It looks really crazy with your texture pack. Looks like it's made of like gelatin or something.
Yeah, it does. I'll have a fly around, dude. Yeah, go and check it out.
So this is like your little personal town?
this is my home. Yeah, this is my home. This is the first project I ever did in Minecraft that was more than just building a house, where I decided to do a gardens.
Oh yeah, okay. I've seen this garden on your stream before.
Yeah, this is my very, very first gardens / anything that I'd ever built before.
You have a lot of different type of vegetation here. Yeah, I really like the different variety you have throughout your garden. Like, you would think too much variety would look bad, but for a garden like this, actually a lot of variety looks good.
But yeah, so this is kind of the starting area. This is where we can test the speeds of the horses.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so this
okay.
tripwire that's here.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll trigger it, and then you got all the lights that go up every second block. Yeah.
Go. Do. And they're off.
And they're off. Yeah, here we go. And he's coming around the corner.
My horse just decided to
rear up.
To rear up. Take the corner tight.
Take the corner tight. Be wary of cactus and soul sand and ice and all that kind of stuff on a bridge.
That was scary.
Yeah. It's all... So there's a few more patches I want to do around with things that if you trigger, redstone pushes things up, and yeah, mine's rearing up now. Yeah.
Isn't that strange how they do that? Oh, we're going through some water now.
Yeah, now we're going through some water. Oh, he's out. Yay.
Ooh, cactus.
Oh, through the cactus. Yeah.
I get reared up now.
Yeah.
This is a nice course.
Yeah, and then we're back to the beginning again. This is kind of as far as we got. over this particular build, it stretches off quite a way in the distance. This is a project that he's been working on.
Oh, that is quite large. It's all in a straight line.
Yeah. It does look very nice.
Does look colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. That looks so cool. But it's the inside of the keep that's what makes this particular build so nice.
Sheep keep.
And this was built off a Andy is Yoda tutorial. He did a thing, one of his patrons or something had built this keep, and I thought, wow, that's really, because it's based off an old Norman keep from when Normans invaded England, and they left behind a lot of these builds, and I absolutely loved the look of it. So I was like, hey, I really want to build something like that in my world. So I did the outside to look like that, but then inside I did all my own thing.
A lot of interior.
Yeah. This is the barracks. Yeah, this is the servants' entrance, or as you would say, so that the servants don't get to interrupt the gentry, while the gentry might be walking up the main hallway. Obviously the throne room, where you can lord yourself over all of the peasants. For sure. So yeah, one blue room, one yellow room, very much identical. That's the restroom.
Oh, it's a restroom.
That's the restroom.
I thought that was the escape place.
Well, I suppose it would be an escape hatch. Yeah.
Oh, you can go outside. You can definitely protect this pretty well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If this was a real fort, it'd be very, very, very solid. And then inside is just the place for all the armorers. I've got to get loads more bows up here and fill it all up with bows. I've got to bring all the ones from from fishing, and loads of arrows. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by your building skills. It's like building is one of those things where it's kind of like a mystery to me, so it's really cool to see the different types of techniques. I don't think people really appreciate like how technical building is. It's probably just as technical as like the technical survival that we play. Yeah, guys,
Wicked.
if you guys would like to see Drath, he is a Twitch streamer, and I'll link his channel down in the description. He does a lot of really chill building streams, and you're also part of the 240p server, right?
I am indeed, yes. I do stream from 240p occasionally, as I say, multiple world.
Yeah, I always really enjoy Drath streams because as a technical builder, you think I'm just into technical Minecraft, but I really enjoy all aspects of Minecraft and learning how people take on challenges. Because, yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of challenges he had to go through just to get this all built up, as well as do this in survival.
Absolutely, all free-handed and making it all up as you go along. So if you enjoy a nice chilled calm building session, please come and join me on Twitch.
Well, it's been a real pleasure being on here, Drath, on the DirtNebula.
Thank you so much.
And I will probably see you more in the future.
For sure. Laters, mate.